Hey everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video we're going to be discussing some more theories regarding Season 5, and specifically centering around the trailer we got from Gloob. We stand Gloob, always feeding this fandom. It's been out for a couple of days now, I've had some time to think, I've read all your comments, I've seen other people's reactions, so let's discuss some more theories and ideas that the collective brain of the Miraculous fandom has had, and now I've grossed myself out because I'm imagining a massive pulsating brain. Anyway, we're not going to discuss everything from the trailer. There are some things that I don't think need more elaboration, like the ridiculous excess packaging for the Alliance rings. I thought this show was meant to have an underlying message about saving the planet, and I swear to God you could fit your travel nunchucks inside that box. Are those a thing? We'll also skip Marinette jogging too. She's gone for a jog and I shan't be joining her, and that's that on that. I hate jogging almost as much as I hate Chris. And speaking of, he's first up.
Oh God.
So my reaction to seeing the bane of my existence was this. But with some crying mixed in, you know. So my first thought is that this is Chris when he was originally akumatized, but now I have given myself a good talking to for being so stupid, because that isn't possible. Firstly, Chris needs to be older before he can be akumatized in this form, and we know the characters haven't aged up yet, unless, we haven't really seen the kids yet. Maybe they've just aged up Chris, Manon, Ella and Etta and left everyone the same. That would be kind of funny. Secondly, he appears from this yellow orb, not from one of the Time Tiger portals or out of like a purple akumatization thing. So he's definitely been created by someone's power they've been given by Monarch Daddy. And in my script for this video, I've abbreviated Monarch Daddy to MD, and now I'm just reading it like medical doctor. If Gabriel Babes was a doctor and like the only doctor left ever, I think I'd just rather die than be seen to by him, to be honest. Anyway, right now I'm thinking the Time Tiger section is either from episode 7 Passion or episode 5 Illusion for this, since he is created out of seemingly nothing. The next two things to clear up is firstly Adrian and his Alliance ring. A lot of people are saying that Gabriel Babes takes the Miraculous off Adrian, but from what we've seen in the trailer, that's not the case at all. Gabriel puts the ring on Adrian's left index finger, and the Miraculous is on Adrian's other hand, on the right hand, and also on his ring finger, not his index finger. So it's safe, don't worry besties. Secondly, and this one, I'm actually a little mad about, but I won't lie to you about it, I said that this man kicking Marinette in the face on Monday night was Mr. Damocles, and most of you are like, no Hayes, that's clearly Minotaurus. Mate, it's Dark Owl. The next shot of the same scene, we see the man with owls on his belt. We have just seen a head teacher kick his student in the face, and you all thought it was poor sweet Ivan, who is my son. How dare you?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
So now let's talk about the Ferris Wheel of Doom. That's the official name. I'll not be taking any constructive criticism on it at this time or ever, or you will end up in the Ferris Wheel of Doom. Now, this probably isn't important to any of you, but I was like, how did this man get that thing all the way up here when the entrance is literally the width of his body? But one of you worked it out. He used the horse Miraculous, thank you very much. It was actually, it was getting to me. I was like sat there on Monday night like, how did he get that up here? What? Really wondering. But now moving on to something I didn't notice and you probably all care about far more, are the spaces on the Ferris Wheel of Doom. There is enough, I don't know what they're called, fish bowls, let's go with that, for all the Kwamis but one, and there are 4 empty. The 2 in the centre are presumably for Tiki and Plag, and then the 2 left I would assume are for Dusu and Fluff, since I think we all know that Gabriel Babes prefers the Butterfly Miraculous as his one of choice, and we'll keep it on him, like how dare he keep Nuru from missing out on such a fun thing. God, the man needs therapy. However, it is a bit odd he has jars in the first place for Tiki and Plag. I thought as soon as he had them, he'd basically use them to bring Emily back to life. And as we found out in Ephemeral, it basically resets the whole universe. But the translation of the trailer has a line from Natalie that says, "You were doing this for your love of Emily. Now you just do this for power." So is Gabriel planning on just catching all the Kwamis and having all the Miraculouses and doing whatever he wants? Has he descended this far into basically madness that he's not even going to try and save Emily now? It's very interesting why he even has jars for Tiki and Plag ready. It's a bit strange. I could understand maybe having one if he gets one and has to wait to catch the other, but I felt as soon as he had both, he would make his wish and change the universe. No? Do you see why I think this is a bit strange? It's interesting. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's very interesting. But his motivations do seem to have changed as we saw in Evolution. It's very interesting. And speaking of which, how are Marinette and Adrian going to save the day? They're going to get increasingly frustrated when they can't find the Miraculous on any of the Akuma victims. And it also seems that perhaps the victim isn't even going to be aware what the Alliance ring does and just assume they are akumatized normally. I think they will eventually realise it's the rings, although I'm not exactly sure how. I think they will. And they will realise it has to be Gabriel Babes or Kagami's mum behind this. I doubt they are stupid enough to be like, oh lol, bet this was a manufacturing error where they can be given the power of Miraculous. Can you imagine? That definitely seems like something Adrian would say. Anyway, I think at this point, Ladybug and Cat Noir will realise they need to split up and confront each adult. And oh boy, I am not ready for that showdown with whoever goes to Gabriel Babes, and I do hope it's Cat Noir doing it. I cannot wait. So 2 more things left, and this one concerns Queen Natalie and her gun. On her wrist is a little image of Cat Noir, so it seems that for whatever reason he is her target. I don't know why he did so much to annoy her, but okay. Now later on in the trailer we see Cat Noir holding Ladybug in the sewers, and these beams of light are heading for them, or possibly just him. I'm not 100% certain this is from the same episode, but the colour of beam does look similar, and here she only has one gun, yet there are multiple angles here, so I'm not sure how that's possible without multiple people or multiple weapons. However, as Cat Noir detransforms, if we watch the clip right at the end of the trailer, the beams do seem to stop, pointing to it being from the episode, like Natalie's gun is tracked to Cat Noir, but if he can detransform, it can't get him. However, why is he holding Ladybug? That's one thing I definitely don't get. Now, she definitely has her hands over her eyes. She can't see him detransform, so this is not the moment of the reveal. But why is he carrying her? We know they can't really get hurt in these forms, apart from when, for example, in Miraculous, akumatized Sabrina, Cataclysm's Cat Noir, so perhaps something similar has happened here to, like, magically harm Ladybug, even though she's Ladybug and not Marinette right now, and it would ultimately cause Cat Noir to have to save her. I'm still a bit unsure on why she's being carried, and I hope if Adrian starts speaking to her after he's detransformed, even if she has her hands over her eyes, the quantum masking shouldn't affect her. She should be able to work out it's him from the sound of his voice, and if she doesn't, I will... I don't know. I don't know at this point, but I'd love to know what you think on that, besties. Why is he carrying her? Because I'm really not sure. And speaking of Adrian, oh my god, the way he looks at her here for Kwame's choice is sending me. Oh my god. So the final thing I want to discuss is the section with Emily. I had thought initially this was Emily, but well no, it's Emily. Apologies for the mix-up. But in my defence, we do hardly ever see her as she is chilling in the murder basement. Now at first I was like, oh, they're on FaceTime, but we can't see any of the icons for it, and Natalie also has no signal, pointing to this being a recording. We know Natalie is watching this in present time as well, as she's wearing an alliance ring, and I would assume Emily is still in the basement at this point, so it has to be a recording. And Emily says, I am counting on you, Natalie. Now, what she's referring to here, I'm not ultimately sure. She could be asking Natalie to take care of Adrian, or asking her to take care of Gabriel, stop him from doing anything stupid, which, to be fair, everything he does is stupid. I'm not really sure, but it looks like Emily was right to be concerned, although not gonna lie, I'm still not sure I trust her just yet. So Destruction is set to air at the minute anyway, on the 22nd of October on Disney Channel USA in English, and Jubilation Episode 4 the week after on Disney Channel USA, also in English. So I'd love to know more what you think of the trailer, besties. Now we've had a bit more of a discussion, and I will see you in the next one.